Hello students, today here I am going to explain from the same unit number 1, cost accounting. Today here I am going to explain the next topic from the same unit, cost concept and classification and elements of cost. This topic is very much important, students, because whatever the explanation will be given from this topic, this is completely related to the practicals, because in this unit number 1 you have to do practical also. Okay, so this topic is related to your practical, so everybody try to understand. Okay, first of all, our topic is, what is that? Cost concept and classification and also elements of cost. Under this topic, the first point I'm going to explain about cost concept. You already know the meaning of cost accounting, right? That is, cost accounting involves collecting, classifying, recording and allocation of expenditure for ascertaining the cost of products or services. And after cost have been collected, these are classified according to their common characteristics. Okay, so first of all, the meaning and definition of cost or cost concept. ICMA London defines cost as the amount of expenditure incurred on a given thing. Thus, cost is the expenditure incurred on the production and sale of products and services. Already I have given the explanation about the cost. ICMA means that is the Institute of Chartered and Management Accountants, right? London defines about this cost. The term cost have a variety of meanings. It is defined by different people differently, right? Students, in the Oxford Dictionary, cost means the price paid for something, right? It means anything which is given or sacrificed to obtain something. That is also called what? Cost. But in cost accounting, it has a specific meaning. What is the meaning? A cost is incurred when a resource is used for some purpose. That is called cost. Or in other words, when a business enterprise produces or sells goods or services, it incurs what? Cost. So thus in cost accounting, the term cost refers to the resources consumed to produce a product or service. Okay. So this is one of the definition here given about cost. Okay. One more point here under this cost concept, that is expense. What is meant by expense? The students, you know that cost provides a benefit, right? If the benefit is received immediately, then the cost becomes an expense, such as salary expense. But if the cost gives future benefits, then the cost is known as asset or expenditure, such as machinery, right? So thus, cost includes expense as well as expenditure. Okay, so this is about the cost concept. Our next point, that is classification of cost or types of cost. This is very important. This is completely related to the practicals. To students, you see here classification of cost or types of cost. Cost classification. What is meant by classification of cost? The cost classification or classification of cost is the process of grouping cost according to their common characteristics. there are various ways of classifying the cost, and each classification serves a different purpose. The following are the various bases of cost classification. What are those? First, nature or elements of cost. Second, functions. Third, variability or behavior. Then controllability. Then normality and decision making. So these are the classification of cost. But students, today my topic will be about nature or elements of cost and functions, because if I am going to explain all these classification of cost, then the video will be very lengthy. Got it? So for today I am going to explain about nature or elements of cost and functions. Okay, so everybody try to understand. Okay. The next point, that is the nature or elements of cost. Students, what is meant by elements of cost? Elements of cost are broad heads of cost involved in a product or service. So there are three elements of cost, namely that is material, labor and expenses. Is called what? Elements of cost. The following chart shows the various elements of the cost. Okay, first of all, the material, direct material, indirect material, labor, direct labor, indirect labor, expenses, direct expenses, indirect expenses. Again, indirect material, indirect labor, indirect expenses, that is overhead. Again, overhead are divided, that is the factory overhead, office and administrative overhead, selling and distribution overhead. So all these points I am going to explain. Remember, this is completely related to the practicals. If you understand all these points, then whatever the practical you have in this chapter, that is unit number 1, that is called statement of cost or cost sheet. Okay, so if you want to know the practical, if you want to learn the practical from this chapter, then you have to understand all these points. If you understand all these points, it will be very simple and very easy, and the practical you have in this chapter. Okay, the first of all, you will try to understand what is meant by material, because if you want to find out the cost for this, the cost, that is what type of cost? Material cost, labor cost, expenses. So there are three elements of cost. Okay, the first of all, what is meant by material? That is the matter or substance from which the product is made is called material. Right? What I said, the matter or substance from which the product is made is called material. Right? Like say this is the pen. See, this one pen. If you want to manufacture a pen, for this what you need? That is this plastic. See, this plastic you need. This plastic is material. Okay. Now, again, material are two types. One is called direct material. Another one is called indirect material. Now, question arises here. What is meant by direct material? So direct material are those material which can conveniently identified with and allocated to a particular job or product or process, or you can say in other words, material that becomes part of the finished goods are called direct material. Okay. Example like cotton in textile mill, clay in bricks, leather in shoes, steel in machine, cloth in garment, timber in furniture, gold or silver in jewelry, etc. So these are the examples of direct material. Okay. Then after that, what is meant by indirect material? So students, indirect material are those materials which cannot conveniently be identified with a particular product or job or process. Generally, they do not form a part of finished product. Example of indirect material like oil, grease, lubricants, cleaning materials, cotton waste, coal, printing and stationery materials, etc. These are the examples of indirect material. Okay. Then after that, labor. Now question here is, what is meant by labor? To students, for the conversion of raw material, into finished goods or product, for this human effort is required, right? And for such human effort is called what? Labor. Such human effort is called labor. Remuneration on labor is called what? Wages, right? Again, labor are further divided into direct labor and indirect labor. Now question arises here, what is meant by direct labor? So direct labor is the labor which can conveniently be identified with a particular product, job or process. Direct labor is directly engaged on production. That is, it represents the wages paid to whom? Workers who directly engage in converting the raw material into what? Finished products. That is called what? Direct labor. Now next is, what is meant by indirect labor? Right? So indirect labor is the labor which is not directly engaged on production. Right? It cannot be directly charged to production. Indirect labor includes the wages paid to whom? Cleaners, inspectors, foremen, storekeepers, supervisors, peon, watchmen, salesmen, directors. These are the examples of indirect labor. Okay. The next point is that expenses. So what is meant by expenses? So all cost other than material and labor are termed as what? Expenses. Got it? Again, expenses are of two types. One is called direct expenses, another one is called indirect expenses. Now question here, what is meant by direct expenses? So direct expenses are those expenses which are neither direct material nor direct labor, but are directly charged to product or job or process. Students, direct expenses are also called chargeable expenses, prime cost expenses, or product expenses. Example of direct expenses: cost of special drawings, designs, patterns, models, etc. Or cost of patents and royalties, excise duty, etc. So these are the examples of direct expenses. Another one is that indirect expenses. The question here, what is meant by indirect expenses? So indirect expenses are those which cannot be identified with a particularly product or job. Got it? Indirect expenses are those expenses which are neither indirect material nor indirect labor. That is called what? Indirect expenses. Examples: rent, rates, taxes, insurance, depreciation, repairs and maintenance, carriage, advertising, power and lighting, etc. These are the examples of what? Indirect expenses. Got it? Then you understood, I think, about what is meant by material, what is meant by labor, what is meant by expenses. I think you understood. Then material are divided into two, that is direct material, indirect material. What is meant by direct material, what is meant by indirect material, what are the examples of direct material, what are the examples of indirect material, you understood. Then what is meant by labor, the types of labor, that is direct labor, indirect labor. What is meant by direct labor, what is meant by indirect labor, what are the examples of direct labor, what are the examples of indirect labor, you understood, I think. Then expenses, what is meant by expenses, you understood. Then expenses are two types, one is direct expenses, another one is indirect expenses, right? What is meant by direct expenses, what is meant by indirect expenses, you understood, I think. And the examples of direct expenses, example of indirect expenses, right? Now you try to understand. See, this indirect material, indirect labor, indirect expenses, if all these three indirect costs combine together, then this is called overhead. This is called what? Overhead. बात समझ में आया स्टूडेंट्स? इनडायरेक्ट मटेरियल का खर्चा, इनडायरेक्ट लेबर का खर्चा, इनडायरेक्ट एक्सपेंसेस का जो खर्चा है, ये तीनों खर्चा को जब एक साथ जोड़ दोगे तो उसे क्या बोला जाता है? ओवरहेड. गॉट इट? तो ओवरहेड आर व्हाट? इनडायरेक्ट चार्जेस. These are the aggregate of indirect material, indirect labor, and indirect expenses. Okay? These are operating expenses or on cost or burden. That means, what I said, indirect material, indirect labor, indirect expenses, if you combine together, that is called what? Overhead. ये तीनों खर्चा को जब एक साथ जोड़ दोगे तो उसे ओवरहेड बोला जाता है. ओके? तो what I said, nature and elements of cost over functions. So these are the points comes under functions. You see here, students. Functions. Direct material, direct labor, expenses, factory overhead, office and administrative overhead, selling and distribution overhead, all these are the comes under what? Functions. So here I will give the explanation. That is, I already told you that what is meant by overhead. So according to functions, overheads can be classified into, that is, factory overhead, office and administrative overhead, okay, then सेलिंग एंड डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ओवरहेड. ठीक है? ये ओवरहेड जो है इसको तीन पार्ट में डिवाइड किया गया है. ठीक है? एक फैक्ट्री का खर्चा, एक ऑफिस या एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव रिलेटेड से खर्चा, और एक सेलिंग एंड डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ओवरहेड्स रिलेटेड खर्चा है. ठीक है? देखो स्टूडेंट्स, आप जब किसी प्रोडक्ट का मैन्युफैक्चर करते हो तो बहुत सारा खर्चा होता है ना? नहीं है? तो एक प्रोडक्ट बनाने के लिए आपका टोटल कितना खर्चा हुआ, उस टोटल खर्चा को निकालने के लिए आपको कॉस्ट को क्या करना पड़ता है? क्लासिफाई करना पड़ता है. ठीक है ना? सबसे पहले तो आपने मटेरियल के लिए खर्चा किया, फिर लेबर के लिए खर्चा किया, फिर मटेरियल का खर्चा को छोड़ के, लेबर का खर्चा को छोड़ के और भी जो एक्स्ट्रा खर्चा हुआ उस खर्चा को भी आपको जोड़ना पड़ेगा. अगर आपका जो प्रोडक्ट बना है उस प्रोडक्ट का एग्जैक्ट कॉस्ट अगर आपको निकालना है तो जितना सारा कॉस्ट है, जितना सारा खर्चा है, सारा खर्चा को जोड़ना पड़ेगा. ठीक है ना? तो डायरेक्ट मटेरियल का खर्चा को जोड़ना पड़ेगा, डायरेक्ट लेबर का खर्चा को जोड़ना पड़ेगा, डायरेक्ट एक्सपेंसेस का खर्चा को जोड़ना पड़ेगा. इसी तरह इनडायरेक्ट मटेरियल का खर्चा को जोड़ना पड़ेगा, इनडायरेक्ट लेबर का खर्चा को जोड़ना पड़ेगा, इनडायरेक्ट एक्सपेंसेस का खर्चा को जोड़ना पड़ेगा. तो इनडायरेक्ट मटेरियल, इनडायरेक्ट लेबर, इनडायरेक्ट एक्सपेंस, तीनों खर्चे को एक साथ जब जोड़ दोगे तो इसे बोला जाता है ओवरहेड. तो ओवरहेड, अभी ये जो इनडायरेक्ट खर्चा जो है, ये इनडायरेक्ट खर्चा रिलेटेड टू क्या से है? आपका फैक्ट्री का खर्चा भी होगा, आपको ऑफिस एंड एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव रिलेटेड भी खर्चा होगा, आपका सेलिंग एंड डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन रिलेटेड से भी खर्चा होगा. ये तीनों खर्चा को भी तो आपको जोड़ना पड़ेगा, तभी तो आप एक प्रोडक्ट का कॉस्ट एग्जैक्टली फाइंड आउट कर पाओगे, है ना? तो दैट मीन्स व्हाट आई सेड, अकॉर्डिंग टू फंक्शंस overhead can be classified into factory overhead, office and administrative overhead, selling and distribution overhead. So factory overhead are indirect charges incurred in connection with production in the factory. Factory overhead are also called works overhead. Remember, example of factory overhead: factory rent, plant depreciation, repairs to machinery and factory building, factory insurance, coal, gas, power, etc. These are the examples of factory overhead. मतलब फैक्ट्री से रिलेटेड जितना भी खर्चा है, ठीक है ना. The next point is office and administrative overhead. तो ऑफिस या एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव से रिलेटेड जो भी आपका खर्चा है उसे ऑफिस या एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव ओवरहेड बोला जाता है. That means what I said, office and administrative overhead are indirect expenses incurred in formulating policies, planning, controlling, directing, and motivating the personnel of an organization. These are costs incurred in connection with the management and administration of an enterprise. Example of office and administrative overhead: office rent, office salaries, postage, printing and stationery, then legal charges, audit fees, accountant salary, then office lighting and heating, then telephone charges, director's fees. So these are the examples of office and administrative overhead. Got it? Next point is selling and distribution overhead. ठीक है ना. आप फैक्ट्री का खर्चा आपने फाइंड आउट कर लिया, ऑफिस या एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव से रिलेटेड खर्चा आपने फाइंड आउट कर लिया, लेकिन आप जब इस प्रोडक्ट को सेल करोगे या डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करोगे तो इससे भी रिलेटेड बहुत सारा खर्चा होगा, है ना नहीं. तो आप जब सेल करोगे तो इसके लिए आपको क्या करना पड़ेगा? एडवर्टाइज करना पड़ेगा, है ना नहीं. एडवर्टाइज करना पड़ेगा. तो जब आप एडवर्टाइज करोगे तो एडवर्टाइज का भी खर्चा होगा ना नहीं होगा. तो उस खर्चा को भी आपको प्रोडक्ट में जोड़ना पड़ेगा ना नहीं पड़ेगा? जोड़ना पड़ेगा, तभी तो आपका प्रोडक्ट का एग्जैक्ट कॉस्ट निकल के आएगा, है ना नहीं. तो सेलिंग एंड डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ओवरहेड. तो सेलिंग ओवरहेड आर indirect expenses incurred for the purpose of what? For the purpose of what? For the purpose of promoting sales, creating and stimulating demand, and retaining the customers. What I said? What are the examples of selling overhead? That is advertising. You have to do advertise. Salesman salary. आपको salesman रखना पड़ेगा तो salesman का salary देना पड़ेगा, commission देना पड़ेगा, bad debts, market research, etc. Right? So these are the examples of selling overhead. Then distribution overhead are also indirect expenses incurred from the time the products are completed in the factory till they reach their destination. Distribution overhead are cost of moving the goods from the factory to the places of the consumers. Okay? Examples: godown rent, warehouse staff salary, packing expenses, delivery van expenses, carriage outward. So these are the examples of distribution overhead. Got it? So you understood the meaning of overhead, meaning of factory overhead, meaning of office and administrative overhead, meaning of selling and distribution overhead, examples of factory overhead, examples of office and administrative overhead, examples of selling and distribution overhead. I think you understood, right? Now students, see what I talk about, that if you add indirect material cost, indirect labor cost, indirect expenses cost, if you add all these three indirect cost, then this is called overhead, right? Similarly, when you'll add direct material cost, direct labor cost, then direct expenses, this is called what? This is called prime cost. Direct material, direct labor, direct expenses, if you combine all these, this is called what? Prime cost. Got it? So see the functions here. Already I've given the explanation here. Functions: direct material, direct labor, direct expenses. If all these costs add together, this is called prime cost. What I said? Prime cost. Got it? Then along with this cost, you have to add other cost also. That is factory overhead. If you add prime cost with factory overhead, that is called factory cost or work cost. If you add factory cost and work cost with office and administrative overhead, this is called cost of production. After that, selling and distribution overhead cost, if you add with this cost of production, this is cost of goods sold. बात समझ में आया? If I ask you the question, what are the divisions or components of cost? What are the division or components of cost? To students, by grouping the various elements of cost, we get the following division or components of cost, that is prime cost, factory or work cost, cost of production, cost of goods sold. These are called what? These are called components of cost or division of cost. Students, prime cost is also known as first cost or basic cost or foundation cost. Prime cost is also known as primary cost, main cost. Okay. Then after that, factory cost is also known as work cost. After that, cost of production is also known as office cost. And cost of goods sold is also known as cost of sales or total cost. अभी देखो स्टूडेंट्स, आपका प्रोडक्ट बन गया, ठीक है ना? आप जिस प्रोडक्ट का मैन्युफैक्चरिंग कर रहे हो, उस प्रोडक्ट को मैन्युफैक्चर करने के लिए सबसे पहले आपको क्या करना पड़ेगा? आपको सबसे पहले मटेरियल परचेस करना पड़ेगा, राइट? मटेरियल परचेस करेगा तो मटेरियल में खर्चा होगा, तो उस खर्चा को आपको क्या करना पड़ेगा? प्रोडक्ट में जोड़ना पड़ेगा। फिर जिस मटेरियल को आपने परचेस किया है ना प्रोडक्ट बनाने के लिए, तो उस प्रोडक्ट को बनाने के लिए क्या चाहिए? लेबर चाहिए। तो लेबर का खर्चा होगा ना? नहीं होगा? होगा। वर्कर्स को वेजेस पे करना पड़ेगा, डायरेक्ट लेबर, वो खर्चा होगा। उस खर्चा को भी आपको जोड़ना पड़ेगा प्रोडक्ट का कॉस्ट फाइंड आउट करने के लिए, ठीक है? इसी तरह जब आपका मटेरियल में खर्चा हुआ, डायरेक्ट मटेरियल में जितना खर्चा हुआ, डायरेक्ट लेबर में आपका जितना खर्चा हुआ, इसका अलावा और जितना सारा खर्चा हुआ, दैट इज द डायरेक्ट एक्सपेंसेस, ठीक है ना? डायरेक्ट मटेरियल, डायरेक्ट लेबर, डायरेक्ट एक्सपेंस, ये जो तीन खर्चा है, मेन खर्चा है एक प्रोडक्ट का। तो पहले ये तीन खर्चा को आपको जोड़ना पड़ेगा। ये तीनों खर्चा का टोटल जितना निकल कर आएगा, इसको हम लोग क्या बोलते हैं? प्राइम कॉस्ट। प्राइम कॉस्ट निकालने के बाद आपका और भी बहुत सारा खर्चा होगा। फैक्ट्री का खर्चा भी होगा, है ना? फैक्ट्री का खर्चा भी होगा, तो उस सारा फैक्ट्री का खर्चा को भी आपको जोड़ना पड़ेगा। तो जब आप प्राइम कॉस्ट का साथ फैक्ट्री ओवरहेड का खर्चा को जोड़ दोगे, ऐड कर दोगे, तो जो भी टोटल कॉस्ट निकल कर आएगा वो हो जाएगा फैक्ट्री कॉस्ट या वर्क कॉस्ट। वो फैक्ट्री का खर्चा हो गया। इसके बाद और क्या खर्चा आप जोड़ोगे? और क्या खर्चा जोड़ोगे आप? इसके बाद फैक्ट्री से सामान निकालने का बाद ऑफिस होगा, एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव ओवरहेड होगा। ऑफिस या एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव ओवरहेड में जो भी खर्चा होगा, ऑफिस से रिलेटेड या एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव से रिलेटेड जो भी खर्चा आपका होगा, वो भी तो आपको प्रोडक्ट में जोड़ना पड़ेगा, है ना? नहीं? तो आप जब फैक्ट्री कॉस्ट, वर्क कॉस्ट का साथ जब ऑफिस एंड एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव ओवरहेड का भी खर्चा जोड़ दोगे, तो निकल कर आ जाएगा कॉस्ट ऑफ प्रोडक्शन। प्रोडक्शन का कॉस्ट निकल कर आ जाएगा, ठीक है? इसका बाद और कौन सा खर्चा है? प्रोडक्शन का कॉस्ट तो निकल गया, प्रोडक्शन तो हो गया, ठीक है ना? आपने ऑफिस का खर्चा भी जोड़ दिया, लेकिन इसका बाद और भी खर्चा है, सेलिंग एंड डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ओवरहेड। अभी आपको जो प्रोडक्ट जो सेल करना है, डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करना है, उसके लिए आपको क्या करना पड़ेगा? एडवर्टाइज करना पड़ेगा। एडवर्टाइज का खर्चा होगा, उसका खर्चा भी तो आपको जोड़ना पड़ेगा, है ना? नहीं है? सेल्समैन को सैलरी देना पड़ेगा, उसका भी तो खर्चा होगा, वो खर्चा भी तो जोड़ना पड़ेगा प्रोडक्ट में, तभी तो आपका एक प्रोडक्ट का ओरिजिनल कॉस्ट निकल कर आएगा, एग्जैक्ट कॉस्ट निकल कर आएगा, है ना? नहीं? डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ओवरहेड आपका आप जो गाड़ी डिलीवरी का खर्चा होगा, आप सामान एक जगह से दूसरा जगह में जब ले जाओगे, है ना? फैक्ट्री से आप जब कंज्यूमर तक ले जाओगे, तो उसका भी एक खर्चा होगा, है ना नहीं? तो उस खर्चा को भी तो आपको प्रोडक्ट में जोड़ना पड़ेगा, तभी तो जाके आपको एग्जैक्ट प्रोडक्ट का कॉस्ट पता चलेगा, है ना नहीं? तो उसी कॉस्ट को क्या बोला जाता है? कॉस्ट ऑफ प्रोडक्शन का साथ अगर सेलिंग एंड डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ओवरहेड का खर्चा को आप जोड़ देते हो तो इससे बोला जाता है कॉस्ट ऑफ गुड्स सोल्ड, कॉस्ट ऑफ गुड्स सोल्ड या कॉस्ट ऑफ सेल्स। ठीक है, आपका प्रोडक्ट का कॉस्ट एग्जैक्टली निकल कर आ गया। आप अभी बोल सकते हो कि पर यूनिट में आपका कॉस्ट कितना लगा, पर पेन में आपका कॉस्ट कितना लगा, पर टी शर्ट में आपका कॉस्ट कितना लगा, पर मान लो आप कोई गाड़ी का वो कर रहे हो, कार का कोई मैन्युफैक्चरिंग कर रहे हो, है ना? तो पर कार का, अब जो कार है इसको बोलते हैं हम लोग ऑब्जेक्ट, कॉस्ट ऑब्जेक्ट बोलते हैं इसको, ठीक है ना? तो आपका प्रोडक्ट का कॉस्ट निकल कर आ गया यहां तक। अभी क्या करोगे? अब आप प्रॉफिट जोड़ोगे, तो आप एक प्रॉफिट जोड़ लोगे, मार्जिन ऑफ प्रॉफिट जोड़ लोगे। जब आप प्रॉफिट जोड़ लोगे कॉस्ट ऑफ सेल का साथ, जब आप प्रॉफिट जोड़ दोगे तो आपका सेलिंग प्राइस निकल कर आ गया, राइट? यू नो दिस इज कॉल्ड व्हाट? दिस इज कॉल्ड कॉस्ट शीट, सिंपल कॉस्ट शीट। आप जो प्रैक्टिकल करने वाले हो, जिस प्रैक्टिकल का नाम है स्टेटमेंट ऑफ कॉस्ट या कॉस्ट शीट, यही है सिंपल कॉस्ट शीट। लेकिन इतना आसान नहीं है स्टूडेंट्स, ये सिंपल कॉस्ट शीट है। ये मैंने सिंपली दिखाया कि किस तरह कॉस्ट शीट को प्रिपेयर किया जाता है। एंड दिस आर द फंक्शंस, दिस आर द फंक्शंस ऑफ कॉस्ट। ठीक है, मेरे ख्याल से स्टूडेंट्स आप सबको इतना तक समझ में आया होगा। ठीक है, तो आज के लिए मैं इतना ही रखता हूं। दैट्स ऑल फॉर टुडे। इन माय नेक्स्ट वीडियो आई विल डू समथिंग मोर, दैट इज आई मे डू प्रैक्टिकल्स ऑल्सो related to that is unit 1 इंट्रोडक्शन टू कॉस्ट अकाउंटिंग। तो हो सकता है कि नेक्स्ट वीडियो में मैं कॉस्ट शीट का प्रैक्टिकल करने वाला हूं। ठीक है, ओके देन दैट्स ऑल फॉर टुडे, थैंक यू।